Hello, what is up, you guys? It's your girl Quadzilla Mommy with three eyes, and today we're gonna do a little special video because I've been wanting to make this video for the longest time, but I was waiting for time to pass by for me to do it because the tea is gonna get saucy and I'm about to spill the tea because if you clicked in this video, you probably have a lot of questions, concerns, worries, if whether or not you're making the right decision of going to cosmetology school. I'm going to tell you guys my personal experience from going to cosmetology school because personally, my experience wasn't positive. I'm not saying that all Cosmo schools are the same. I'm just saying my experience. Please do not take anything that I say and generalize it like to all Cosmo schools because my experience in Cosmo school it just wasn't the it wasn't the best. Like like I bet I know there's like good cosmetology schools out there, but mine was not the best. Get your snacks, get your coffee, get comfy, and we about to get down with the tea. So first off, I went to Cosmo School a year ago. Around this time, I did start. First off, when I first started, that was the first red flag I should have noticed that when you sign up for Cosmo School, really, when they tour you around your school, really look at the environment, really pay close attention on the behavior of the students and how they are. Are they happy? Are they upset? Like little things like that. And also make sure that your teachers are giving you the right information because in my Cosmo School, I didn't get the right, I didn't get the right information. And y'all, if you hear some background, is my mother. She does this all the time where I'm doing videos and she will literally just interrupt my videos. I'm literally gonna put this in the video. I don't care. So yeah, she always does this where like she's interrupting my video every time I'm trying to talk to y'all guys. I don't know why. Anyways, when I first signed up, the secretary I had or the financial aid lady that I got with, I don't know. There was just something I picked up off of her. Like she wasn't very convincing, but I was like, you know what? I recently was going through a heartbreak. I was trying to prove myself that I can finish school and I can become something better and bigger than the person that left me because they left me for someone that went to Cosmo school. I know that's really weird how I did that. Honestly, I sit there. I'm like, bro, why the fuck did I did that? Like now I'm on debt with this fucking school that I took for classes that I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I probably won't even use. But that's another story for another time, for another video because I don't want to get in depth with that. But my advice for you girlies that are starting Cosmo School, definitely ask a lot of questions. Write down your questions on a notepad. The payments, also make sure you keep that track because my school did a poor job keeping my payments on track. I feel like I always was the one trying to put them on my calendar. And honestly, like if I'm gonna be the one, I mean, I get it. I mean, adulting, that's just how life is. But if I have to be always constantly seeing how much I pay and what I do, and like, because usually schools, like, if you go to a regular college, they will tell you like, like, hey, like you have your next payment due this and this day. No, in my school they never told you that. You had to do it on your own because if you didn't pay, like, that's when you would be like, whoa, why did I owe this much? And sometimes I feel like they would like kind of scam low key because I'm gonna be real with y'all, the school I went to was kind of ghetto. It was like, ugh, I just hate, yo, I'm trying so hard not to even be negative about this video because I don't want you girlies to think that Cosmo School is negative, but it's like the one I went to was bad. I'm not gonna say names just because I don't want any like drama, or I don't want them to sue me or shit like that. But mind y'all, like, you know, I would ask them questions and like they wouldn't fully answer my questions. Like probably the only person that did was the director, and she was pretty good at that, like answering my questions. But when it was like my own teacher slash financial aid counselor, I was just not, it was not giving. Like I feel like I would get misinformation, and then I would talk to my classmates and they would tell me something else. So there was always a bunch of miscommunication, and I feel like that was like a whole school like issue. It wasn't just with my teacher or like other teachers, Cosmo teachers there. I feel like it was just everything. Horrible. Anyways, besides that too, I'm sorry. We're taking care of my sister's puppies, so if you hear them, I apologize, but they're puppies, they're cute, they're they're just having fun. Um Also, so when I started my first day was on a Friday, I believe. Um they just threw me with the Cosmo teacher knowing that I was doing the nail program. Um and the Cosmo teacher that was teaching that time, she was freshly new. It was her first week, I believe, working there. So a lot of the information she gave me, she didn't really know because, she's new. And I feel like if you're going to hire someone, right, and it's their first week and they don't fully know the full programs and all that, you should probably have someone that has experience there guiding you and answering your questions that has been there for longer years. But I don't know, it's just, yeah. So we're looking at this classrooms, and the school was just poorly maintained. I'm gonna be honest, like there was like mold growing on the pedicure chairs, and like there was just like they couldn't maintain it clean, like everything was broken. And I didn't realize everything was broken until I started going to school there, and I was like, "Whoa, like all the supplies were limited. They didn't provide anything for us like they promised they would. They only gave us this like nail bag, which I mean, that wasn't even half of what we needed. And I feel like if you're going to be paying full price or like doing your schools in payments, at least give me the basic stuff I need, like the drill, like the gel polishes, like you already know all that stuff that comes for like to do nails. And they didn't really do that. Also, when you're looking around your school, check for like if the students are wearing uniforms, if they're wearing black scrubs. When I went, I was wearing black scrubs Monday through Thursday, and then Friday we could wear whatever we wanted except for skirts, shorts, anything revealing we couldn't wear, or any shirts with any like profanity or anything disrespectful we couldn't wear. But if it was like regular clothes, like that was fine. God, I feel like even talking about this just like triggers so many things in me because I just felt I just got traumatized from that experience. Once you're walking around with the tour, like they're giving you a tour, check all that, check how they where they keep the supplies, ask questions and like how they do the chores there, who cleans the towels, how many points do you receive, or for doing all those duties that you need to accomplish so you can get your complete your 600 hours. I mean, that's for the nail program. For the hair in like the full program, it was 1,000 hours, I believe. So it's like a whole year. Thank God mine was just half a year because God, it was
Hell.
like. And so yeah, that's my little pointers for like the teachers, the counselors. It's very important how they carry themselves. Unfortunately, in my school, they all acted like high schoolers. They all were about drama. They would pretend to be your friends, but then they would switch up everything you would say and then backstab you, and then chaos and problems were created. And then, yeah. So let's go ahead and get started with the classmates, the drama that comes with Cosmo, the competition, the judgment.
So,
Um, My first 2 weeks in Cosmo school, they were amazing. I liked it. I felt like I wanted to go to school. I wanted to learn. I was learning. I was doing my quizzes. I was doing my chapters. I was reading them. The teacher was doing a pretty good job of, giving us, the paperwork we needed. But she wasn't doing a good job of sh- telling us what section to do. Mind you guys, this school makes a lot of money. And they didn't even have everything organized. They didn't provide each of the new students with a stack of like the sections of the chapters that they need to get to like do their quizzes. No, they didn't do any of that. We had to figure that out. And it was so messy that I remember asking my nail teacher, I was like, Miss, can I please get chapter one so I can get started? She's like, you're gonna get chapter two because I already gave chapter one to this student and I already gave chapter three to the other student, so you're gonna start with two. I was like, bro, I'm trying to start with chapter one because that's the basics before I even get to chapter two. And she's like, I'm sorry, it's just that we're limited with the packets. And I'm just like, okay, if you win a lot of money and you guys have printing paper and, machines to print all that shit, like, excuse my language, but this stuff really made me upset. Like, why can't you just print it out, give every individual student their packets while we wait for our textbook to arrive in order, all chapters. I feel like they were just being lazy and they were just BSing most of the time. Anyways, yeah, that's another pointer I did not really like because when I was doing my quizzes, I ended up doing all of them messed up. Like I started with chapter 2 and then I took chapter 1 quiz and then I took chapter 5 and it was not in order, and I like to do things in order when I'm in school because I feel like it makes me be more focused, and that was the first red flag I noticed. Like I tell you, she does this in purpose to interrupt my videos. I'm gonna put this in the video. You guys are gonna watch everything because I am done with this shit. Anyways, back to the stuff that I'm talking about. Yeah, so the teachers were just like very messy. They didn't keep an agenda of how to do things properly, and I'm gonna be very, very honest with y'all. My experience in nail school, um, I was self-taught, so the teachers didn't do anything. They didn't teach me anything. I didn't learn anything. I was looking on TikTok. I was looking on YouTube. I was doing everything I could to, I guess, learn what I was trying to learn from the chapters because not even that, not even the teachers could sit down and teach their students properly. I feel like I was just learning from other students that had more experience, from learning from like videos because the teachers were just too busy gossiping and eating McDonald's and Wingstop in their office, and they were just not helping me out or the other students. It became a big issue where the director got involved. And so, yeah, sorry guys, I keep spacing out because I'm trying to give you guys as much information that I can without me like trauma blocking because it was very bad. Yeah, that was very disappointing. I had high hopes for that school, but that was another reason why I dreaded going to school. But that's just part of it, baby. Like, it just gets worse from here. So, after the 2 weeks of January, where I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, I go ahead and talk to the girls. At first, everyone seems friendly, everyone seems chill, like, they're here to learn, they're here to, accomplish something, which is, get our 600 hours. Well,
Oh, baby, that don't get fooled. Hear me out. Don't get fooled.
because these girls, it's so sad, you have high hopes for like women to just help each other, and because we're all here trying to be hustlers, trying to have our business, nail business, hair business, trying to work for a salon, whatever it is, we all have a goal, right? Nah, I feel like they were just two-faced AF. Don't get fooled. Like, I'm telling you, if you have to be by yourself, and stay quiet. That's my piece of advice. Just keep to yourself. Don't believe everything these girls say, whether it's nice or not. Do not believe everything they say because they will play very nice in front of you and then they will stab you when you least expect it. I'm telling you because I had a very horrible experience. Um, in my school when I was okay. Well, let me just go ahead and spill the tea right now because I'm ready, baby. I've been ready. Anyway, so there was these two girls. When I first met them, they were pretty chill, very helpful. One of them was there since November. The other one came at the same time I came. Well, let's name them
Gremlin number one and Gremlin number two.
because they were horrible people. Like I don't I literally was shooketh. Like there's bad people out there and I never knew it until I met these girls and I was like, damn, it is rough out there. So at first they acted all nice and sweet. And God damn. That even gives me a bad taste in my mouth, but they were so nice and sweet and I noticed they would always tell me, "Why do you do your makeup like that?" Or "Why do you get ready like that?" Like if you're just coming to school, like they would just be giving like, "Oh, you look good, but why would you even get ready for school like that?" Like they would just give backhanded compliments all the fucking time, which to me, I already knew these girls didn't like me because it was giving that energy. But they made some rumors up about me to everyone else, and it came to the point where they started acting different. Like one of them switched up. I remember one time I was walking to the classroom and I asked her and I was like, hey, can you help me find this acrylic powder? Homegirl just picked up her stuff and she left the classroom. And I was just like, okay, that was weird, whatever. But I was like, you know what? We all have bad days. It is what it is. So the next day, I remember my teacher was like, go ask Gremlin number one if she can help you learn how to do acrylic. I went up to her and I was like, hey girl, can you help me learn how to do acrylic? And she just rolled her eyes and managed to stand up, picked up her stuff, and left. I was like, okay then, whatever. Like, and that's when I knew she had a problem with me. But honestly, I don't give a fuck because she was a gremlin. And gremlins tend to do that, they're just grenades. They just be hating because they don't look that good. Yeah, call me whatever you want to call me, but clearly it was jealousy to me because she started spreading rumors. And to me, it's like, bro, why are you wasting that energy? Like, why the fuck are you gonna have to say what you gotta say? Like, but I'm also not gonna be mean like that when a girl needs help learning how to apply acrylic. If anything, I like to help. I'm very nice and respectful. And I guess rumors spread, stuff like that. I don't remember what it was, but we did get to the office and with her grenade number two.
Hmm. Guys, it gets worse.
So the teacher, I feel like she was trying to make drama too because we were sitting there and she was like, "Oh, like why are you guys being disrespectful? I feel like you guys need to talk it out." And then Gremlin number two was like, "I'm not gonna talk to her. Why do I owe anyone an apology? I don't care." And I was just there quiet, like,
Bruh.
it ain't that deep. Like, you don't even have to apologize. I don't even know why I'm here sitting in this office trying to like talk it out. But I had hope. I guess I had hope because like one thing about me is that when I go to school, I like to keep things professional. I like to be respectful to everyone. I like to just like take it chill and like get along with everyone because like that's like easy, right? That's like the best way to do it. Well, I guess not. Gremlin number two got so offended, and then she started saying that I needed help, I needed therapy because I wanted to fix everyone's problems and I wanted to fix everything. That, she's just not a girl's girl, that she hates girls and that girls are fake. And I was just like,
Oh, baby.
that's all you. Like, you're literally talking about yourself, gremlin number two. Like, look at you. You even look like the gremlin. Like, ew. But, guys, it's because, like, these girls were mean. Like, I wasn't the only one that had problems with them. Other girls had problems with them too. It was almost the whole classroom. None of them liked them, like because they were just so mean and
Ugly.
like they just were always hating on everyone for no freaking reason. I'm like, get a grip, bro. Like the world does not revolve around you. But besides that, I After that, I think I learned my first lesson. When you join cosmetology school, don't trust anyone. I My piece of advice is to know everyone, yeah, talk to them, if you guys are gonna like learn stuff and help each other out, like by all means do it. But also be very careful because I feel like in cosmetology school, like a lot of girls see this little like world as a competition and they're just trying to see who's better. And I always would get hyped up on my nail art by my teachers. Like one thing they really liked was my nail art, and these girls were just always hating and talking bad and about my artwork, about how I dressed, about how I laughed, about how I looked, about me going to the gym because they found out I went to the gym. Like it was just very mentally draining and exhausting, and I just hated going to school. And those girls started giving me anxiety. I'm not gonna lie, like they were giving me bad anxiety. Anyways, to be continued. Yeah, so I would tell you guys, stay to yourself, keep to yourself, don't overshare anything, don't share your goals. Your instructors, they are not your friends. They are your instructors for a reason. They are there to teach you, not to be your friend. And if they want to hear you gossip or hear anything or want to ask you about other students, tell them to go ask that student that you don't know anything. Even if you do know, don't do it. I know what I'm telling you. I wasn't crying or anything. I was a strong, tough girl. Like I don't care. I would always do a good job of going in there with like the I'm confident, I'm a bad bitch attitude because you have to do that. You have to put that mask because if you go in there feeling like, "Oh, I feel sad and like I just wanted to make everything work." No, girl, don't do that. That's what they want to see. They want to see the weak side of you, so don't do that. Um that's one piece of advice. And I'm telling you, girlies, because I learned all of these lessons the hard way, and I don't want you, girlies, to go through the same experience that I went. I want you, if anything, I want you, besties, to have a good experience in cosmetology school. I want you, girlies, to actually make friends and build connections with with the students that are there, with your teachers. Because when I left, I never looked back. And baby, I ain't gonna look back. I'ma tell you that. That's why I'm doing this video for y'all. Because I don't want you girlies to go through that. Anyways, another piece of advice I give you girlies is to also keep track of every single pedicure, manicure, gel application, acrylic application that you do on your clients. I know it's nerve-wracking when you first start taking clients, especially when you're a beginner and you're learning everything you can to do the best you can to create better nails or whatever your goal is, better hair, better facials. It's scary. I understand. It is very scary. But em- look at that more like embrace it, embrace that journey. That's the thing, like the good thing about being in a school and you're doing nails is that the clients most likely know that you're a student and you're learning. So if you like fuck up, they're not gonna get upset because they are aware that you're a student. And even then, the teachers do tell them that they're gonna get their nails done by a student, so that way if they have something to say, you don't you know you don't get in trouble, right? Another thing, if you get anxious or you get anxiety when you're gonna do someone's nails, please do not drink a Red Bull. Do not drink caffeinated drinks. It's just gonna trigger that anxiety in you. I know what I'm telling you because when I was doing my clients' nails, I did drink a Red Bull before that because I was very tired. At the time, I was working two jobs and I was also going to school from 5 to 9. Do everything you do, like when you're doing your applications and when you're doing your, like, let's say you're doing your hair or you're doing facials, whatever you're doing, always go in with that positive intention that, yeah, I might not be good, but I'm gonna get better. Like, don't be so hard on yourself. But I understand you are your own self's worst critic, because that's one thing about me. I would always criticize my work. I was not good at acrylic application. I always did it bad. It was horrible. I was very good at my nail art. one thing I was very confident about was my nail art, but when it came to acrylic application, it was bad. Like, and one piece of advice I can give you is just practice, practice, practice. Practice will make perfect. If you really like doing nails, if you really like to do hair, if you really like to do makeup, facials, if you have your sisters, your tias, your mom, your abuelita, like anyone that is willing to let you practice on them, take the opportunity, because I had my sisters and I am so grateful that they let me practice on them. But unfortunately, from my parents, I didn't really get that support I wish I did, which kind of made me not want to try. And one piece of advice I can give you, girlies, if you don't have that great supportive system, if you really want something, you just got to push yourself. And that's something I wish I did. And I'm not saying that, I'm going to stop my nail career. I'm just saying that I wish I had that support system, but I wish I also had that energy to do better.